Hopefully.
Yeah, that'll help. Alright, so here's everything I got from the best sale of the day.
Chase after the right price.
So Chase just got all of this Dungeons and Dragons stuff for $75. These are all full of whatever Dungeons and Dragons is. Sorry guys, I don't know. But so yeah, a lot of apparently great things. Whatever Dungeons and Dragons is.
All right.
Picked up this PlayStation for $30. They said they only used it for movies, so I have good confidence that it works well. We'll take it. Just picked up another PlayStation 3 with 2 controllers for $50. They had 75 on it, and initially she wouldn't take my 50, and I asked, I was like, you sure you don't want to take 50 now? And she said, okay, I'll take it. So, decent deal, we'll take it.
I'm just trying to make
Cool
sure
enough to
nobody
film a
buys
little bit
somebody's
here.
stuff.
Yeah. Nice.
No! Okay, so these are all mostly things for eBay. And so some little Star Wars cassette and books. You know, just your typical
I'll
nerdy
show
Star
those.
Wars
See, we'll find
things.
the next thing. Typical nerdy Star Wars things. There you go.
And
I thought they were cool.
you have your Houdini magic set, which, you know.
I love the box art, however you want to say that. I think it's cool. $2, good deal.
Some cars.
Yeah, so this was what, $7 for the whole thing,
Yeah.
and we gotta educate a little bit here.
Okay.
I think I've talked about red line Hot Wheels before, but the red lines on the wheels there, that's what you look for on Hot Wheels. These aren't like 60s, they're 70s, so they're not worth quite as much, but you know, there's some $5 cars in here, and it was $7 for the whole case, so it was a great deal.
And some vintage lunchboxes. Cabbage Patch Kids with the thermos. Elf with the thermos as well.
And that one's metal and that one's plastic, but yeah, with the thermos was the game changer on those for $4 and $3.
And some games, Disney games. Oh, I would love that Ariel game.
Yeah, a couple sealed board games. You guys know I love sealed stuff. And then last but not least, we got this Barbie doll case, which actually is from 1961, and it's full of clothes that seem to be from the same era.
Did you already talk about the Marvel books?
We didn't.
Okay. So we got tons and tons of these Marvel Masterworks that have like the multiple comics in one.
Mm-hmm.
How many are here, would you say?
There's maybe like 50.
There's a lot. And we saw single ones that
Stacks
were
of them
going
back
for $20
there.
or $30.
Yeah. So we paid $1.50 a piece. So we got a bunch of those. I mean, just amazing. We paid $80 for all of them. And so yeah, there's probably like there's 50. A little more than 50 because we got them for 80 altogether. And that was in the sale with the Dungeons and Dragons stuff, so that was one heck of a sale. We expect to get between $10 and $20 $10 and $40 a piece is what we were finding on those, right? On eBay. And some of them definitely might go into the collection because they're pretty awesome, so. Oh yeah, and we got these micro machines, did we say that? $3. So a couple sales really made today good, and we're gonna go out for round 2 and see what we can come up with. Alright, so we're done with lunch. We went to Panera, it was wonderful.
Yes, it was.
And just hit up a sale in our neighborhood and picked up this camera, which we got for $5. They had it marked at 10. And why is it good, Sasa? What do I look for in cameras that are of this brand?
The lens.
The lens. And the lens is a Canon lens. So if it's $5 and it's a Canon lens, no brainer. Usually the minimum on Canon lenses in general is $20. So
Nice.
that's all. I didn't look it up. I just know Canon lens. Okay, at least $20. General rule of thumb. All right, so I just went back to the sale in our neighborhood and picked up this game, Nano Kuni, for $2. It's complete and minty fresh. And I also picked up the Lord of the Rings deck building game for $3. They had it marked at 5. I got it for 3. And the inner contents are pretty much all sealed, so that's definitely a solid deal. And I kind of looked up a couple things as we were stopping at our house and was like, yeah, I'll pick up those as well. So we'll take it.
2 hours later.
Will this help any?
Yeah, that'll help.
Games, games, games.
Alright guys, so for $100 we just picked up 3 N64 systems, a PS3, and then this case of games, which I will go through later, and all those PS2 games. So we'll do a full pickup when we get home, and he's about to go inside and grab some more, so hopefully we get more stuff. Alright, so the video game guy is going in and looking for more. We told him we'd burn a few minutes, go to a couple more sales, and come back to give him some time. And at the next sale, we found 5 of these solitaires for $1 a piece. I love the big screen ones.
Oh yeah.
This one, I would imagine, is worth more than $1.
They were playing a lot of solitaire.
Yeah, somebody really liked their solitaire. The price needs to be cheap for me to get them because you never know if they're gonna work. So, but for $1 a piece, a lot of times they can be worth 20 a piece if they're the big screen ones. I'm not sure about these silver ones though because they're not made by Radica, so I don't know about these, but this one works. So we'll take it. Alright, so went back and just got 2 OG Xboxes, a 360, no hard drive, so those probably won't work, but you never know. And then stacks of Xbox games, original Game Boy, and a couple other things. I'll show you more detail later.
Games, games, games.
Alright, so here's everything I got from the best sale of the day. Actually, maybe even the second best sale of the day. The first one was pretty epic, but this was the best games sale of the day. And I haven't even looked at every N64 game yet. I pretty much saw this. So I knew, I checked the Snowboard Kids 2 one, of course, and I saw Smash Bros. But that's all that I saw. So $130 is what I paid for everything. The first load that the person brought out was the N64 games, the N64 systems, and the PS3 system, and then the stack of PS2 games, and I got all that for $100. So, let's go through the games. Super Smash Bros. Mario 64. Yoshi's Story. Madden 2001. Pilot Wings 64. Wave Race 64. Madden. Actually played a lot of that back in the day. Banjo-Kazooie. Star Wars Rogue Squadron. Banjo-Tooie. Nice. Had no idea that one was in there. Donkey Kong 64, NBA Live 99, XG2, Mortal Kombat Trilogy, FIFA 64, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, Battle Tanks, Diddy Kong Racing. If you haven't played this, I definitely recommend the adventure mode single player. It is amazing. Another wave race. NHL Breakaway 99. Snowboard Kids 2. Absolutely incredible. Just so happy to find that one. Battle Tanks Global Assault. Awesome. And Off-Road Challenge. And you can see it came with the case, but unfortunately it's missing the front part. So the case would have been nice to have the front part, because that would have been another like $25 value. I've already got one that I use for my collection. But then the PS2 games, you can see Ratchet & Clank, Need for Speed Underground 2, GTA, San Andreas, iNinja, Ratchet & Clank, Lord of the Rings, SpongeBob the Movie, Guitar Hero Gladius, down to Naruto, NBA Street 2, Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2, Soul Calibur 2, Lord of the Rings, Guitar Hero 2, Dynasty Warriors 4, Extreme Legends, Lego Star Wars, FIFA 2005, Need for Speed Underground, Metal Gear Solid 2, Final Fantasy X2, and God of War. And then on the N64s, they ended up... Initially, they didn't have power cords, but the second time I went back, they found two. The top N64's got the expansion. This one's got the jumper. This one doesn't have anything. And then the PS3, I don't know how many gigs it is, but he said that it works. So that's pretty amazing. And that's everything for the first time. And then I was like, okay, you know, why don't you go and look for more games? They thought that they had more. So they went back, we went to a couple sales, came back, saw this stack of Xbox and Xbox 360 games on the table. So you can see Doom, Guitar Hero 3, Dark Souls, Call of Duty 2, Star Wars Battlefront, Mortal Kombat Deception, that's the collector's edition. There's Star Wars Republic Commando, Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, Call of Duty Black Ops 2, Perfect Dark Zero, Forza, Sonic Mega Collection, 3 Call of Duty games, and then Lost Planet on the bottom. And pretty much all the games are complete and in really good shape. So that's cool. And then Metal Gear Solid, that one had something spilled on it. It's got 2 discs in there, and it's actually got the second Metal Gear disc inside that case as well. And then some Sims games, PC games, original Game Boy. And that actually fired up and works well. It's got Monopoly in the back. They threw in the tech decks. There's like some boards in there, some extra wheels, and then some more boards and parts. And those are pretty good bundlers. And then I got the Xbox 360, which unfortunately fell out of the van when I opened the trunk, got some damage. But what can you do? And then the 2 original Xboxes. And on the second trip, I was like, well, you know, this stuff is different. Systems probably won't work. And I offered them $30, and they took it. So the Game Boy, the stack of games there, the tech decks for another $30. So ended up being an incredible sale. Nothing was sitting out, but for $130, I am absolutely stoked for the stuff that I walked out with. Alright guys, so I wanted to go over the books and comic books that I got at the sale for $80. You can see tons of Marvel Masterworks. There's actually 35 in total. Got Fantastic Four, Captain Marvel, Daredevil, Ant-Man, you know, Spider-Man and Hulk. And lots of different versions from each. And then there's even more down here. So Spider-Man, the Submariner, the Silver Surfer. All sorts of goodies. And then there's some of these Valiant ones, which those aren't seeming to be quite as special. But some of these Marvel Masterworks are like up to $30 or $40, $50 on Amazon. So it's kind of amazing since we paid like $1.50 a piece. But man, these are awesome. Like, I can totally get it. The artwork is amazing. This one I kind of want to look into. I don't know too much about Captain Marvel, and I know the movie's coming out either this year or next year. You can see they retailed for $24.99, so getting them at $1.50 a piece is pretty insane. And then also part of that $80 were these comic books, and they're like all Marvel. The only 2 old ones are these top 2, but this Hulk is actually kind of a key issue. and I love the artwork on that. So that's cool. And then this really cool Avengers 20 cent. And then just a bunch of more modern Avengers, Defenders, Captain America, Phoenix. So it looks like they're all Marvel. And there's probably 50 or 60 comics in there. Guardians of the Galaxy. So, really awesome. Really awesome score there. Alright, and here's the Dungeons and Dragons stuff. Got everything for 75 bucks. You can see we've got the just like starter set, and then the Dungeon Master's Kit, Monster Vault, the Wilderness, the Dungeon, and the Shadowfell. Okay, and then there's a bin full of various books. So all sorts of goodies here. And then, yeah, so this is like the Neverwinter campaign setting. And then a bunch of these kinds of things. Don't know too much about Dungeons and Dragons. Got a couple friends that are pretty into it, but not as much myself. And then also included was a bunch of dungeon tiles. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these kinds of bins full of seems like nicely organized dungeon tiles. So I'm sure $75 was an amazing buy for all that, and I'm definitely happy. That was from the same garage sale as the Marvel Masterworks, so just awesome.
Thank you guys for watching Chase After the Right Price. We truly appreciate you guys watching. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe right here. Go ahead and do that. It would be awesome. And when you subscribe, hit that little bell so you can get the notifications, because every Friday we put out a new video at 4 p.m. If you don't hit the bell, you won't get notified. So hit that and you'll get the notification. Also guys, be sure to check us out on all social media. The links are below in the description. And have a great week. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.